Good morning, ladies. So today's a day that I want to give you my best meal planning tips. Um, Hopefully you watched the video yesterday where I talked about a budget. So hopefully you have a budget set for the month, a realistic budget that you want to try. That doesn't mean you have to stick with it the next month. Try it for a month. If it doesn't work, tweak it, do something different a little bit next month. But now that you have that budget, whatever that number is, break it down to week by week. So for example, if your budget is $200 for the month, which seems outrageous, I know, but if it's $200 a month, then you are only going to have $50 a week to spend on groceries. And so what I've had to do from the very beginning, when we had a very strict budget of $200 a month, is do the cash method. Just take $50 in cash to the store. You cannot spend more than that. If you spend less than your allotted amount of money for that week for groceries, feel free to roll it over into next week. So for instance, if you have $100 this week to spend, if your grocery budget is $400 a month, if you have $100 to spend this week on groceries for the menu that you're planning, and you've only spent $60, then put that $40 into next week. You might need it because maybe meat's going on sale or something like that. So now that you have the budget in mind, we're going to talk about how exactly we're going to plan out our menu for the week. And the first thing that I like to do is kind of talk about what are the things you want to try. Obviously, in our day and age with social media, Pinterest, Instagram, everything like that, there are a million different recipes that you can try. What I want to encourage you is, though, even though we can feel like we get stuck in this rut of eating the same things over and over and over again, don't succumb to the temptation of wanting to try a new recipe every day. Pick maybe one recipe for that entire week that you want to try that's maybe something different and add that into the mix. Another thing is that another tip that I don't do is I'm not a short order cook. So I have three males in my house. My husband, who's very like meat and potatoes kind of guy. And then my two boys, who one is like super picky and the other one is kind of, he'll probably eat anything you put in front of him. But I still am not a short order cook. They'll ask me. My answer is no. Like what I cook that's it. I'm not going to spend my day in the kitchen. That's just what we do, but it also helps us save money. I'm not wasting anything. If you have picky eaters at your house, that is, comment below, because I'm sure there are tons of tips that people in this group can definitely help with. But that's the other thing. I'm not a short order cook. And then also, we don't eat meat every single day. My husband probably wishes that we did. But with our grocery budget, it's not feasible. And so we find other ways to get our protein in. We do have meat maybe like 3-4 times a week. But we don't have it every single day. So that definitely saves, because meat is expensive. It is so expensive. Also, you don't have to have, unless of course this is something that's important to you, you don't have to have like a meat and then 2 to 3 side dishes. I don't know about you, but growing up, that was what we did. We had, our big protein, whether it was a roast or it was chicken or whatever, and then we had 2 or 3 side dishes and a dessert. Like, you don't have to do that, and that gets expensive, and you end up wasting food. So now that you have your budget, you have maybe a new recipe that you want to try. The next step you're going to do, and this is so important, before you even start thinking about what food you want, look in your refrigerator, your freezer, your cabinet, your pantry. Look and see what ingredients you already have on hand, okay? Because that is going to make a difference when it comes to when you go shopping, not spending a ton of money. Maybe it's an ingredient that you're like, I don't even know what to do with this. But it's been sitting in my pantry for the past 2 months. Like, I have a whole flipping bag of quinoa, right? You don't even know what quinoa is. You're like, what? I just saw it somewhere and I thought, oh, maybe I should try that. Anyway, definitely incorporate it into your weekly meal plan. If you have a recipe that you're like, or an ingredient at home right now that you're like, Liz, I don't even know what to do with this. I went to the store one day, it was on sale, thought I'd try it. Comment below with it. Send us a picture if you want to. And I guarantee you somebody will have an idea of how to incorporate it into your weekly meal plan. Okay, so now that you have a list of ingredients, so you kind of have an idea of what you have, now it is time to start putting stuff down. What I do is, there are printables that are in here. There is app suggestions that I gave. Use that. I am just like an old-fashioned pen to paper kind of gal. So I kind of look and see what I have. I give my family maybe 2 to 3 options for breakfast items, and we'll rotate those throughout the week. So whether that's pancakes or it's oatmeal. Oatmeal is like a big hit in my house because it's pretty cheap. Oatmeal or omelets, or you can make like little mini egg omelet muffin things. I don't even know like the proper name for it, but you know what I'm talking about, because those are quick and easy to cook and then just grab and go out the door. So we write down like a couple, 2 to 3 different options that we'll rotate throughout the week. And I don't just write down like oatmeal, pancakes, omelet. I put them down on my days of the week, Sunday through Saturday. Don't forget the weekends. That is crucial, because the weekends come, our routine is done, it's out the window. Like Monday through Friday, we are like regimented, systematic people. Saturday and Sunday hit, and we're like, well, we like fall off the wagon, right? I'm guilty of that. And so the only way that I've found that I can stay on track is to have it written down and then put it on your fridge or put it somewhere in your bulletin board, whatever, where everyone can see it and they know. Talk to your family about it. My husband doesn't cook, and so he just is so wonderful that he'll eat anything that I put in front of him. And my boys don't have a choice. So, but if your family wants input, talk to them about it. So everyone kind of has an idea like, hey, listen, this is our meal plan for the week. We're going to try this. Everybody's going to try it. It's going to be great. Like, make it fun and exciting, even though you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. We're trying it, right? Okay, so you're writing down Sunday through Saturday, what are we going to have for breakfast every single day? Rotate those 2 options, 2 or 3 options. Or if you're like, I just like to make it easy, I want one thing throughout, I have this exact same thing for breakfast every single day. Perfect. I have something like that as well. For lunch or breakfast every single day, I drink Shakeology. And the reason I drink Shakeology, there's multiple reasons, but Shakeology, if you don't know what that is, Shakeology is a nutrient-dense meal replacement shake. It is not a protein shake, although it is packed with protein. It's not a protein shake. It is made with whole, nutritious superfoods from around the world. It contains 0 artificial ingredients, no preservatives. It is legit. It contains, this was like a big selling point for me, it contains your daily servings of fruits and vegetables. And we are not big veggie fan people. And so I was like, bam, sold. Okay, I will drink something that tastes like chocolate and peanut butter or coffee or strawberry, or there's multiple flavors, if it's going to give me all the vegetables that my body needs for the day. But the biggest thing too is that it's like, it gives me more focused energy, which everyone needs more focused energy, right? Like, we are in a world that's like super crazy busy. So it gives me more focused energy, regulates digestion. It is clinically proven to lower cholesterol. So if you or someone you know has like high cholesterol, this is going to help fix that. But I also love that it is brainless. Like, it is seriously the healthiest meal that you can ever have. And it takes maybe 2 minutes to make. It is like, it's a no-brainer, right? If you want to try Shakeology, if you've never had it, you've never even heard of it, let me know. Send me a message either in this group. You can send a message or comment below, and I will send you a message. If you're like, I don't even know how to send messages in here, don't worry. We're all figuring it out. But comment below, and I will definitely send you a way that you can try this, because it's incredible. So anyway, you have your options for breakfast. And now we're going to do lunch. Same thing. For lunch, maybe you are at work and you're like, we go out to eat all the time. Okay, if you go out to eat a lot and you enjoy that, think about it. Are there certain restaurants that you tend to go to pretty consistently? Look online, look at their menus, and figure out, okay, I really, really, really like their pasta, but we know that that's not healthy every single time, right? 80-20 rule, but we probably shouldn't have pasta every single time we go out. So look at the menu and say, okay, I like chicken. I can do a grilled chicken and a couple vegetables when I go out, or I can do the salad, or I can do a flank steak and a couple side vegetables. So plan ahead when it comes to that. Pack your lunch if you're going out to work somewhere, or if you go to work outside of the home. Pack your lunch. And it could be leftovers from last night. And we'll talk about meal prep later on in the week. But so plan out your lunch. Again, rotate a couple things if you want to. Dinners. This is kind of where people get stuck because you've worked all day or you've been taking care of your kids all day and you're just so exhausted. And so if you don't have planned ahead meals, it goes out the window, right? Am I right? Like, am I the only one that's like, I'm so exhausted. Like, I can't even deal. I can't even don't talk to me about what's for dinner. I don't know. Here's a bowl of cereal, right? I mean, surely I'm not the only one that does that, okay? So plan out what you want for dinner. And this is where you can throw in that new recipe that you want to try. But based on the ingredients that you have already in your house is how you're going to plan out your week. Also, another way to save money is choose dishes that have very similar ingredients. For instance, if I bought a rotisserie chicken, I mean, they're like $5 at the store, right? Costco has them for $5. They're already cooked. You don't even have to cook the thing. Just heat it up. If you have a rotisserie chicken that you've either cooked yourself in the crock pot, which is amazing and I highly recommend it, or you've purchased it already cooked from the store, that's a lot. Depending on the size of your family, that's a lot of chicken. And so look at that and say, okay, so Monday we can have just chicken, like straight from the bird, right? And maybe a couple vegetables or one vegetable. And then the Tuesday, you're going to take whatever's leftover chicken and you're going to say, okay, we're going to have like tacos with it. Taco Tuesday. You're going to have tacos with it. And then if you still have some left over on Wednesday, you can throw it into maybe for lunch. You're going to have it on your sandwich for lunch, or you're going to make a really healthy chicken salad with it. Throw it on a bed of lettuce. Throw a couple, cherry tomatoes in it, or maybe some strawberries and blueberries, and you have a salad for lunch or dinner the next day. Or just shred it up. You can make barbecue chicken out of it. You can throw it in a soup, make chicken tortilla soup. But do you see that idea here? You have one main ingredient that's kind of lasted you throughout the week. And so even though it's chicken, you have completely turned it into, 4 or 5 different meals out of that one thing. And so that's going to really help you a lot when it comes to money and time, because we all want to save both of those things, save money and save time. So that's kind of the biggest thing. When it comes to your produce, do not buy more than what you need. It perishes quickly. It is fresh food. It's going to perish quickly. And so if you're not using it and you're having to throw it away at the end of the week, you're also throwing away money, which we all know that we want to save. So make sure that whatever recipes you have that incorporate that are kind of earlier on in the week. If you know that maybe the end of the week is a little bit crazier or busier. Also, a way to save money is to buy in season. And you can even just do a Google search based on your area of where you live and just what are some fruits and vegetables that are in season this month. And it'll definitely tell you that's a good way to save money, because foods that are out of season are going to be way more expensive. So purchase produce that is in season. If it's not in season but you need it for your recipe or you just really like it, purchase it frozen, and that is okay to do because it's actually when they pick it and they freeze it and store it, they do it at its ripest. So it's the same, if not better than fresher than just buying like the fresh counterpart there in the actual produce section. When it comes to organic, we don't eat everything organic, and I am okay saying that. We follow the clean 15 and dirty dozen rule. And again, I can post that here in this group in the file section if you're not really sure what that means. But basically, the dirty dozen is what you want to purchase organic because it has the most pesticides on it from when they spray and all that other stuff. Another great way is to just have your own garden. We plant vegetables. I don't have the greenest thumb, so it's kind of up in the air whether or not we'll have any fruit from it, or vegetables, but okay. So those are kind of my tips. I know it was a lot of information. Watch this video over and again if you need to, but those are the things that are going to help you save money, save time, and keep you on track. Write everything down, and that includes your snacks. Again, 2 or 3 things that you're going to rotate throughout the week for snacks. Write it down, not just in a list of like, here are my breakfast items, here are my snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Monday, what are you having? Every single meal. Tuesday, all the way into the weekend, because remember, the weekend is critical for staying on track. If for some reason Wednesday hits and you're like, oh my word, like we didn't have that for dinner, everything is out of whack, like, life happens. Don't panic. It's okay. It's going to happen. You cannot let that one meal or that one day completely derail you. Get back on track that next meal, get back on track that next day, and then keep moving forward, okay? It's all about that attitude and what you choose to do after you have fallen off or things get kind of crazy. If you have any questions or you want to post or comment, maybe an ingredient that you have that you're not sure how to use, maybe you have picky eaters, or maybe you're like, I've kind of heard about Shakeology and I'm intrigued, but I'm not really convinced about it. Let me know and I will help give you the best information I can from it. I was super skeptical at first, like crazy skeptical. So if that's you, trust me, I feel you. I know exactly what you mean, but I will help you get the best information out of it and see if it's going to fit you. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and Kim is going to be posting her meal planning tips later on in the day, so hopefully you can gain some wisdom from myself and from her and kind of put it all together, because guess what? We are all going to be creating a menu for next week during this group that we're all going to post and we're all going to share. We're going to share some of our favorite recipes along so you guys can kind of take that and put it in your tool belt for later on in the month. But anyway, hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.